Hey everybody, and welcome to another entry in my top 5 not to buy comic book series. Now there's a lot of hype around Something is Killing the Children this week, as we have official confirmation that the creators of Dark and 1899 are going to make a Something is Killing the Children series. Isn't that right, Eric Slaughter? Slaughter. Slaughter. Slaughter, slaughter. Oh boy, another gimmick video. Sergeant Slaughter. Hi, I'm Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd. And yeah, I like to have a little fun with the intros on this sometimes. But we are talking about the top 5 comic books not to buy. What does that mean? Well, I take a look at the hot list that a lot of speculators and investors look at, like the Key Collector Trading 20, the CBSI Hot 10, and the COVRPRICE Top 10, and I pick the 5 worst comic books that I wouldn't consider investing in this week. Does that mean you shouldn't? Well, no, that's entirely up to you. In fact, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments down below about how you feel about each of these picks. Let me know. All right, starting off the list, we're going to pick number 5, which is Something is Killing the Children 16. All right, so looking at this comic book, Something is Killing the Children 16 is definitely a key. We, after all, have not only the origin of Erica Slaughter, the main character of the main series, but we also have the first full appearance of Jessica Slaughter. So honestly, this does seem like an investment opportunity until you look at how many covers were released for this book, which I believe there were 49 of. Now, some of those are variations of like Virgin and Trade Dress and that kind of a thing, but 49 covers, and there might be more actually. So something is killing the variants. And that's the print run on Something is Killing the Children 16, especially considering a lot of those were exclusives. You know, every time those exclusives were ordered, they were able to get copies of the ratios, and those ratios are going to be next to worthless. So it really depends. I will admit, I do own a 9/8 copy of 16 for the Very Gary Comics variant, which I really love that cover. That was the Kreese cover, and it's a really fantastic cover. I really like it, but I mean, there's just so many to choose from, and there's a lot of good covers, actually. So it's one of those things where I think we're starting to see, how is there ever going to be any real investment potential here? Well, in my opinion, there's not really any. And yeah, there might be a small bump in this book, but I really can't imagine that it's going to go crazy. I just don't see it. Let me know what you think. All right, let's move on from Something is Killing the Children 16 and talk about Something is Killing the Children 27. This one is specifically the Comics Pro 2023 retailer incentive. I don't have the issue yet. I don't think there's anything key in this one, though, and that's what's really going to kill this one. Sorry, the puns just write themselves. But yeah, there's just it's a retailer exclusive. It's a cool cover. There's a million other cooler Something is Killing the Children covers out there, though, or at least that are as cool. It's going to be a flash in the pan. It's hard to find, and Something is Killing the Children is hot right now, but down the road, people are going to want to save up and try to go after the bigger Something is Killing the Children keys, like, you know, the early first 10 issues, for example. Not a high ratio later in the run when there's just been too much stuff printed. That's my take on this one. Let's move on to number 3. All right, we get to go from Something That's Killing the Children to something that's immortal. That's right, the Immortal Hulk landed on the list. I don't really know why. Really, all Key Collector listed for this one was the, by the way, kind of high print run for an issue. It was 84,000 copies, according to Key Collector, which I don't know who really knows, but yeah, okay, 84,000 copies. That's not low. Secondly, it says there's a 116% increase in sales, which we've talked about before. What does that even mean? If you're talking about low numbers, that doesn't mean much. If you're talking about a huge increase and a high velocity of copies sold at the time this list was published, okay, that means something. We just simply don't get the information. This is a cool book. That character, though, has kind of run its course in so many ways, and even if this character is coming back in the comics, or maybe there's something related to that I'm not aware of, there's a lot of Hulk variants. I mean, Joe Fixit was on the list a few weeks ago, I think. There's tons of Hulk variants. I've put my money where my mouth is here. If I was investing in any Hulk stuff right now, it'd be Hulk 1, first Red Hulk, or first cover appearance of Red Hulk. Or Amadeus Cho makes a lot of sense right now, but Immortal Hulk, first Immortal Hulk, which, by the way, it's not even the first Immortal Hulk. I mean, technically, that happened in the Avengers series, and also, you could kind of argue he's always been there, right? So it's a weird one. Speaking of weird ones, let's talk about Marvel Boy number 1. Apparently, this is the winner in the Who Could Stephen Yoon Play lottery. I don't know. I think that there's a lot more weight that could be given to the Sentry rumors, but we just simply don't know. These leaks come out, people jump all over them. You know, if they're right, they're right. But if you overpay for these comic books because of these lists, it can really suck. So I don't see Marvel Boy coming back, but weirder things have happened, right? At this point, I think it's pretty safe to say we have no idea who Stephen Yoon is playing, unless there's some sort of veracity behind the Sentry rumors. That seems to be the front runner. but I just don't think there's much to it. There's no concrete evidence anyway. Let's put it that way. All right, it physically pains me to put number 1 on the list here because I actually really enjoy this series for what it was back in the day. But this is going to be Battle Chasers number 1. His first appearance of Red Monica. Look, Battle Chasers is a fun read. I highly recommend you check it out, and I can't wait for the series to return. That is why this book is hot right now. It's because the series is returning. However, I'm going to argue that there are other covers that are way more mesmerizing or alluring or thought-provoking. They just have that certain je ne sais quoi, that undefinable, well-rounded, cheeky logic behind why they would be so much better covers to invest in right now. If only I could think of a couple more clever innuendos, like a couple big ones. That would be nice. All right, sorry, bad jokes aside. But besides that other variant for Battle Chasers number 1, I would also look at the Battle Chasers preview, which features the first appearances of the other characters. And when you're done with all that, go play the video game. It's pretty cool. I can't wait for issue number 10 to come out. It's literally been a decades-long dream of mine that this series would continue, so that's awesome. By all means, go support Battle Chasers. Just don't overpay for it. You know who never overpays for their awesome services they get? My channel members. I really appreciate those folks, which is why I put their names up on the screen every episode. I mean, seriously, look at all those people. They're all awesome, smart, great-looking people. Good job. If you want to become a channel member, there is a join button down below. If you just want to sit back and enjoy the videos, I appreciate that too. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which ones from this list you like, which ones you have problems with, or if there's any other comic books you'd rather be hunting instead of them. And I want to remind you, as always, hey, 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 hey. Read comics every day.